As I'm sure you guys know by now, I recently did my first Olympic distance triathlon, and since it was my first one, I didn't do everything right. So today we're going to go for a little run, and I'm going to tell you guys a few things that I did wrong on my first Olympic distance try. First thing I did wrong has to do with carb loading. I didn't really know exactly what to do for carb loading, and even after asking Josh and knowing a little bit more of what I was doing, I still didn't really implement it super well the day before. I didn't really buy the right foods or eat the right foods before, so my carb loading wasn't very effective. So that's just something that I don't think had a huge effect on how the race went, but it's something that I'm probably going to try to improve in the next year and my upcoming Olympic races. Another thing that I kind of messed up was I didn't really look at the race map super closely for the Olympic distance triathlon before going to the race. Since I kind of had already done the sprint there a few years before a few times, I kind of thought I just would know the course, but obviously the Olympic distance and the sprint distance have slightly different courses, and on this specific race the bike had an extra bunch of detours and stuff that I didn't know about. So I had to kind of quickly look at the map a few minutes before the race was actually going to start. So that's kind of something that I wish I would have done a bit before, so I didn't have that little stress there at the start of the race when I didn't know where I was actually going. So the next time I do one of these, I'm definitely going to take a better look at the map before I go out to the race. Another thing me and Josh kind of messed up on race day was that we missed the scheduled swim warm-up.
Just missed the swim warm-up. The race is starting in like 5 minutes.
They gave us a little time that we could go out into the water, and then they wanted us to come back out. But we were kind of out warming up, and then he had to do some stuff in his transition, so I waited for him. And by the time we got to where the swim was going on, everyone was coming out of the water, the swim warm-up had just ended. So that didn't really cause a huge problem since we were able to warm up a little bit before the race started. They gave us a few minutes just in the water where me and him managed to warm up anyways. But it would have been nice to go during the scheduled time that we were supposed to. So on race day, it's good to kind of look at the schedule and make sure you don't miss that type of stuff. Another thing that I didn't do properly that I didn't find too important but might affect some people is that my pacing wasn't super good. I kind of messed it up on the bike and on the swim too. I started off too slow and then kind of had to speed up at the end, and that was kind of for both of them, for the swim and the bike. So eventually that's something that is just going to get a lot better as I practice more and as I do more races. The last thing that I messed up, that was probably the worst of all, was during the run I didn't put socks in my shoes. Since during a sprint I never really did that, so I just kind of didn't even think about it and I just assumed I'd be fine. But getting onto the run after about 5 or 6K, it was getting really bad. I was starting to get a blister in my left foot and it just got really bad by the end of the race. Luckily it didn't like pop in my shoe, which would have been worse. So it actually healed pretty fast, but it was something that was pretty painful for the last 3K of the race. And I probably could have gone a little bit harder if I didn't have that pain in my foot. Anyways guys, I had to get out of the forest to finish this video. The mosquitoes are so bad in there, especially when I was stopping all the time. But anyways guys, I hope you guys don't reproduce the same mistakes that I've made now that you've learned it through this video. I definitely will try to avoid doing any of those things next year when I do Olympic distance for the whole season. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below and comment and subscribe if you want to see more of my upcoming triathlon videos. Thanks for watching guys. I don't know if you can see that little platform up there, treehouse type thing. I built that with a buddy of mine a few years ago, back when I was a kid. Pretty cool that's still there.